for the free. Y'all about to get some gems real quick. You feel me? Something that y'all can take away with. This isn't going to be just a regular little strategy call and, you know what I mean? You're going to get up here with your regular Instagram guru. This ain't going to be nothing like that today. We're going to have a conversation about our personal brains and our personal lives. You know what I mean? How those things associate. And then I ain't going to hold you. I'm here to cut up. I'm here to talk ish. You feel me? I'm here to talk heavy. You feel me? I'm here to talk about some things that I know people are avoiding in their life. I know I've avoided them in my own life in the past. So, because it takes one to know one, I felt like at some point, someone will be able to tell you, right? Shouts out to everybody who in the chat right now. Shouts out to Flexington. Shouts out to my man Tim, who just popped up in the building. But yeah, man. Today we're doing, I named this Branding 101 because I'm going to go into some stuff like that you can apply. You should take notes. You should definitely take notes because this is going to go into a course. And this will be a good time for me to tell y'all about the course, right? So for this month only, go live with me and one of my partners, some of my guests. And we're going to be providing personal branding, systems, tools, partnerships, collaborations, just everything you need to transform into a full-time creative, man. Especially with this digital online vibe, because I still see a lot of a gap in terms of the education where creators don't know exactly what's going on, right? I read the creators don't really know what's going on. So with that being said, I figured I'd come up here and give at least 2 very important, high quality, informative lessons for y'all to rock away with. I mean, so without any further ado, we'll rock right into what I do. So, resilience is a quality that everybody needs to have in order to develop their lives in the way that they need to. They allow for actual sustainability, right? If you're not truly resilient, life gonna knock you around. It allows you to tap in as well. When you're dealing with resilience, it allows you to tap into your inner strengths, right? Your inner endurance, right? This allows you to actually withstand things that ain't always going your way. And I promise you in life, things are going to not go your way at times. The world is moving at a fast pace, so resilience is super important because you're not going to be able to attach to and empathize with everything going on. Build a filtering system so that you can truly navigate these things without feeling like you actually being taken advantage of or taken over, right? You have to have a lot of inner strength to know that you want a path that serves you, as well as knowing that it serves others as well. See what I'm saying? This is why resilience is important, because oftentimes people aren't willing to withstand the idea that somebody else will benefit more from what they're doing, right? Now we're going to talk about overcoming. Now we're going to talk about overcoming obstacles and managing stress, right? That's a tongue twister. Overcoming obstacles. Say that 5 times fast, right? And then we're going to manage some of this stress in our lives because a lot of the things you're going through, you don't need to go through. And if you choose to go do it, then you should be happy to go do it. And I feel like that one was for me as well, because a lot of times we'll get angry or get frustrated with things that we like to do instead of getting excited that, you know, the challenge is just a reflection of the reward that comes with what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to get into some of the actual strategies that you can use in order to really get the best out of what I'm mentioning. And I'm just up here making content, so y'all want to rap with me, I mean, feel free to stay up here and rap with me. It's up to y'all. Right. So resilience, right, resilience looks like your support system. Resilience looks like the people that you keep around you, you know, making sure that you got the right people around you so that you can withstand any weather, any storm. I mean, people think that being resilient means doing everything by themselves. And sometimes people might not be there to support you. But even being resilient about getting people to support you is super important.
right? Let me say that again. You have to be resilient about getting people to support you. Not support because you're in need, support because you are the lead, right? You are leading the pack on where people would like to go. So, in turn, they say, all right, well, let me support this person. Let me get behind this person because they're actually doing the things that I think and know and feel should be done.
Well, social connections, right? Social connections. I'll say that social connections are important with resilience because if you don't know different types of people, then oftentimes you get caught up in just knowing how to nurture and communicate with. And no one, honestly, right? It just becomes worse and worse. Even the people that you communicate with, you start to not enjoy or appreciate the things that they communicate because it's the only thing you're communicating with, and nobody likes to have the same monotonous thing over and over that never seems to progress, right? So, one thing that I mentioned earlier was embracing change. And embracing change is important with resilience because things are not going to always go your way. And sometimes you'll recognize that things are going other people's way more, and it might make you feel like you don't want to be a part of that. Stop pocket watching, right? If you know you're making your first $1,000 from something, you don't need to be worried about if somebody's making $1 million. All right, not in the beginning stages, right? It's especially when it's not yours and you're just playing a role. It's just important to recognize what that role is. You dig? So even beyond the idea of who you're around, because I feel like I've been talking about that a lot, right? It's not resilience isn't just about who you're around. Resilience is also about knowing how to foster the mindset that you need in order to just sustain your relationships as well, because God be able to have your own stable mindset in order to foster a relationship with anybody, right? And shouts out to my man Reason. He in the building, new generation content in the building. Feel me? The idea of why resilience always is important when you're dealing with self, other people, other situations, just anything. Gotta have. Oh, internet number. I got it. So, hold on. That just crossed me out. All right, there we go. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I had to readjust my camera. And me looking crazy. What you up to though?
Connect my carrier. The phone about to check. It's good though.
Yeah, I was just making some content and stuff. Just hanging out, just waiting. Ain't nothing. You know, when after we got off the phone, I tried to do a YouTube drawing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of chopping for it. It would have definitely required a practice run because like that drawing was not as simple. Like when I get up there, I don't know. Like I just couldn't find a way to invite nobody. So I think the way it works is like when people come on the live or like they want to enter, it's called the weight room. People got to come into a weight room to like get on the actual live. Other than that, you're just
That's how it works. Right? Zoom like that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's like I never did that before. So I was like, it's not that it wasn't possible. It's just like it definitely would have took a little, would have needed that practice run. I couldn't have just hopped on that jump.
I did a Zoom one day and I was like, it was like a person that was like, you're in the way. It was weird.
Yeah. But I get it though. I like the setup. It makes it feel like make it feel like you're in CNN. Like the YouTube drawing, that drawing look mad professional. I'm like, oh, we about to look live for real. Like, this is crazy. So the Instagram, it's like you just press the button and it just goes live. I'm like, all right, this is more friendly. You said what?
It was a countdown?
No, I didn't even count me down. It didn't do none of that. It just was like, ask me, you know what? It did have a countdown. It just didn't show me the countdown. Right. And I look back, it waited like 10, 15 seconds before it dropped me in there.
I love
You know what I'm saying?
They do that.
Yeah. So it's definitely something we're gonna have to do in the future. Like that joint was official. And then even the little bit of time I was up there, somebody popped up there for a second. I was like, what the heck? And I was like, dang.
Well, so, look, see, got it. That's what I'm saying though. But they'll probably hit you up for that. They probably hit you up and be like,
Oh, yeah. They'll be for like 4 seconds. They probably just see you sitting up there not doing
"Look,"
shit.
that one person gonna be like, they're gonna hit you up again and be like, I was trying to get in touch with a law. What happened?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I said it on the joint. It said text. I ain't even want nobody to think it was a real thing. And I'm like, I had to sit down. Like, oh shoot, I got a song called Test. This is not helpful. Like, somebody see his joint, they probably think I'm about to motherfucking perform or something.
That's even better though. That's good.
I was like, yo, I gotta get off here. But that joint was fire though. But outside of that, I ain't gonna go for.
Now the conversation from earlier was like, it was good though.
Well, the first thing I ended up doing, when I started looking at going on there, I had opened up my phone and I had some alerts from YouTube, like from some like shorts I had put out. And one thing I noticed is right is like people be talking to me crazy, like disrespectful, like they be trying to disrespect me on my YouTube. So like my aunt seen it and she was trying to argue with the people in the comments. And then they just started getting more nasty. So I have a point that I want to touch on, right? Because I was in here talking about resilience before you got here. That's like one of the topics. I know we both got 2 topics, but it's like one of the topics I wanted to talk about is resilience. I want to finish telling this story first, right? So like once I started to see it, I'm like, okay.